Kim Novak, the stunning star of Vertigo, was once Hollywood's brightest light. But at the height of her fame, she vanished. How did she rise to fame so quickly, and why did she step away from it all? From Chicago dreamer to Hollywood star. She was born as Marilyn Pauline Novak on February 13, 1933 in Chicago, Illinois. Her parents were Joseph and Blanche Novak. Joseph worked as a history teacher and her mother was a factory worker. Marilyn grew up in a modest household and attended William Penn Elementary, Farragut High School, and Wright Junior College. After high school, she briefly attended the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. In the early 1950s, Novak worked as a model and a dental assistant. Her breakthrough came when she won 2 modeling contests, Miss Deep Freeze and Miss Refrigerator, during a promotional tour. This led to a contract with Columbia Pictures. Studio head Harry Cohn saw potential in her and suggested a name change. Marilyn Novak became Kim Novak, starting her journey into Hollywood. Her first significant role was in the 1954 film Pfft, starring opposite Judy Holliday and Jack Lemmon. Her performance caught the industry's attention. That same year, she appeared in Pushover alongside Fred MacMurray, further establishing her as a rising star. The turning point came in 1955 with the film Picnic. She played Madge Owens, a small-town girl yearning for excitement. Directed by Joshua Logan, the film was a critical and commercial success, earning her a Golden Globe for Most Promising Newcomer. Critics praised her performance, with Bosley Crowther of the New York Times calling her an exciting discovery. In 1956, she starred in The Man with the Golden Arm with Frank Sinatra. Her portrayal of Molly, a woman dealing with a drug-addicted lover, showed her range as an actress. The film was nominated for 3 Academy Awards and further solidified her position in Hollywood. Novak's iconic role came in 1958 with Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. Playing dual roles as Madeline Elster and Judy Barton, she starred opposite James Stewart. The film initially received mixed reviews, but is now considered one of the greatest films of all time. Hitchcock, known for his meticulous direction, praised her performance, noting that her portrayal was crucial to the film's success and that she brought a nuanced depth essential for the story's psychological complexity. Her rise to fame was meteoric. By the late 1950s, she was among the top box office draws, often compared to contemporaries like Marilyn Monroe and Grace Kelly. She worked with leading directors and co-stars, including William Holden, Tyrone Power, and Frederick March. Despite her success, she remained grounded. In interviews, she often spoke about the pressures of fame. "I never wanted to be a star. I wanted to be an actress," she told the Saturday Evening Post in 1957. Her humility and dedication to her craft endeared her to fans and colleagues alike. By the end of the decade, Kim Novak had firmly established herself as a major Hollywood star. Her journey from a Chicago girl to a celebrated actress was marked by hard work, talent, and a bit of luck. The Hitchcock Effect. Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, released in 1958, became a defining moment in Kim Novak's career. This psychological thriller, now hailed as one of the greatest films ever made, paired her with James Stewart. She played dual roles, Madeline Elster and Judy Barton, a complex portrayal that showcased her acting depth. The film's production was intense. Hitchcock, known for his exacting standards, pushed Novak to deliver a performance that would leave a lasting impact. Her preparation for the role was meticulous. To embody Madeline, a character steeped in mystery and elegance, she worked closely with costume designer Edith Head. The iconic gray suit she wore became a symbol of the character's haunting presence. Novak mentioned in a Vanity Fair interview, "The suit was like a uniform. It helped me get into Madeline's skin. I felt her tension, her allure." Vertigo required her to switch personas, a task that tested her versatility. As Judy Barton, she portrayed a down-to-earth, working-class woman, a stark contrast to the sophisticated Madeline. This duality in her performance received critical acclaim. Behind the scenes, her relationship with Hitchcock was professional, though not without tension. She once said, "He was demanding, but he respected my craft. There were moments of friction, but they pushed me to give my best performance." Their collaboration on Vertigo left an indelible mark on both their careers. The film's themes of obsession and identity resonated with audiences and critics alike. Her portrayal of a woman caught in a web of manipulation and deceit was compelling. Her ability to convey subtle emotions from fear to seduction was a testament to her skill as an actress. Hollywood's Golden Girl. During the late 1950s, Kim Novak reached the peak of her career, becoming one of Hollywood's most sought-after actresses. This period was marked by a series of successful films that showcased her versatility and solidified her status as a top box office draw. In 1957, she starred in Pal Joey, a musical comedy where she played opposite Frank Sinatra and Rita Hayworth. Her role as Linda English, a nightclub singer, earned her critical acclaim. The New York Times praised her performance, noting, "Novak brings a refreshing charm to her role, balancing wit and vulnerability." Her on-screen chemistry with Sinatra was palpable, contributing to the film's success. The same year, she appeared in Gene Eagles, a biographical drama about the life of the famed Broadway actress. Playing the title role, she portrayed Eagles' tumultuous life, from her rise to fame to her tragic downfall. The film allowed her to demonstrate her dramatic range, earning her a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama. Her success continued with Belle, Book and Candle, 1958, where she reunited with James Stewart. This romantic comedy, featuring Novak as a modern-day witch who casts a love spell on Stewart's character, showcased her comedic timing and enchanting screen presence. The film was a commercial hit, adding another feather to her cap. Novak's popularity was not just due to her acting skills, but also her distinctive beauty. She was often compared to Marilyn Monroe, another iconic blonde of the era. However, Novak carved out her own niche, known for her ethereal, almost haunting allure. Photographers and magazines frequently featured her, cementing her status as a Hollywood beauty icon. Despite her glamorous image, she was known for her down-to-earth personality. In a 1958 interview with Life magazine, she said, "I'm just a girl from Chicago who got lucky. I never let the fame get to my head." This relatability endeared her to fans and colleagues alike. Novak's influence extended beyond the silver screen. She became a fashion trendsetter, with her hairstyles and outfits often emulated by women worldwide. Her iconic look in Vertigo, with the platinum blonde hair and tailored suits, became a defining style of the late 1950s. During this time, she also navigated the complexities of her personal life. She had high-profile relationships with several leading men, including Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. Her romance with Davis was particularly controversial due to the racial tensions of the era. Despite societal pressures, Novak was candid about her relationships. In an interview with the Saturday Evening Post, she remarked, "Love is love, regardless of race or status. I followed my heart." Clash with the studio system. Her career in Hollywood was marked by a significant clash with the powerful studio system, particularly Columbia Pictures and its head, Harry Cohn. This struggle for independence and creative control defined much of her professional journey and showcased her resilience in an era dominated by studio moguls. Harry Cohn, known for his tyrannical control over his stars, saw potential in Novak early on. He molded her image, selecting roles, hairstyles, and even relationships to fit the studio's vision. Her natural beauty and talent were undeniable, but Cohn's controlling nature often clashed with her desire for autonomy. "He treated me like a piece of property," she later said in an interview with The Guardian. "I wanted to be an actress, not a puppet." One of the earliest and most significant clashes came during the production of Pal Joey in 1957. Novak wanted to play the role of Linda English her way, bringing depth and nuance to the character. However, Cohn insisted on a more glamorous, superficial portrayal. Despite the tension, her performance received praise, proving her instincts were correct. In 1958, during the filming of Vertigo, Novak faced further challenges. Alfred Hitchcock, although demanding, allowed her more creative freedom than Cohn ever did. This experience highlighted the stark contrast between working under a controlling studio head and a visionary director. "Hitchcock respected my craft," she reflected. "It was a relief to work with someone who valued my input." The turning point in Novak's battle with the studio system came with Middle of the Night, 1959, a film directed by Delbert Mann. The film, a drama about a May-December romance, was a departure from her typical roles. She insisted on playing the part despite Cohn's reservations. The film received critical acclaim, and her performance was lauded as one of her best. This success bolstered her confidence and solidified her resolve to fight for meaningful roles. However, Cohn's death in 1958 brought both relief and uncertainty. Without his oppressive control, Novak hoped for more freedom, but she also faced a studio in disarray. Columbia Pictures struggled to maintain its status without Cohn's iron fist, and her career trajectory became unpredictable. In the early 1960s, she took bold steps to assert her independence. She turned down roles she felt were beneath her, including high-profile projects that would have guaranteed box office success, but offered little artistic challenge. Her decision to leave Columbia Pictures in 1965 was a significant move. Novak sought to work with directors and studios that offered her creative control. This period saw her taking on diverse roles in films like Kiss Me Stupid, 1964, and The Amorous Adventures of Moll Flanders, 1965. Although these films did not achieve the same level of success as her earlier works, they represented her commitment to artistic integrity, battling her inner demons. Behind the glamorous facade of Hollywood stardom, Kim Novak faced significant personal struggles that deeply affected her life and career. Despite her success on screen, she battled with inner demons and external pressures that took a toll on her mental and emotional well-being. Novak's struggles with mental health were well documented. She experienced bouts of depression and anxiety, conditions that were often exacerbated by the intense scrutiny and relentless pace of Hollywood. In a candid interview with People magazine in 1996, she revealed, "I went through severe periods of depression. It was hard to maintain a facade when I felt like I was falling apart inside." Her issues were not just psychological, she also struggled with physical health problems. In the early 1960s, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, a battle she chose to keep private at the time. This diagnosis added to her stress and led her to reevaluate her career and life choices. Her personal life was also tumultuous. Her high-profile relationships with stars like Frank Sinatra and Richard Johnson were often in the spotlight. Her romance with Sammy Davis Jr. was particularly challenging due to the racial prejudices of the time. In addition to her romantic relationships, Novak had to deal with the pressures of being a female star in a male-dominated industry. The expectations placed on her by the studio system were immense. Harry Cohn, the head of Columbia Pictures, was known for his controlling behavior. He often dictated her role's appearance and public image. This control extended to her personal life, with Cohn even trying to influence her relationships. Novak once remarked that Harry Cohn wanted to control every aspect of her life, describing the experience as suffocating. To cope with the pressures, she turned to painting, a passion she had nurtured since childhood. Art became her sanctuary, a way to express her emotions and find solace. She once said, "Painting saved me. It was a way to escape and process everything I was going through." Her artwork often reflected her inner turmoil and struggles, providing a glimpse into her private world. Despite these challenges, she continued to work in films throughout the 1960s. She starred in The Notorious Landlady, 1962, with Jack Lemmon, and Of Human Bondage, 1964, with Lawrence Harvey. However, the quality of her roles began to decline, partly due to the changing landscape of Hollywood, and partly due to her own battles. The pressures eventually led Novak to seek a quieter life away from the spotlight. By the late 1960s, she had moved to a remote home in Big Sur, California. This retreat allowed her to focus on her health and well-being, away from the prying eyes of the public and media. In her words, "I needed to get away, to find peace and rediscover myself." The mysterious disappearance. At the peak of her fame in the early 1960s, Kim Novak made the surprising decision to retreat from the public eye. Her sudden disappearance from Hollywood left fans and industry insiders speculating about the reasons behind her decision. Her departure was driven by a combination of personal and professional factors that eventually led her to seek a quieter, more fulfilling life. By the mid-1960s, Novak had become disillusioned with the Hollywood lifestyle. The constant scrutiny and relentless pressure took a toll on her mental and physical health. In an interview with The Telegraph in 2014, she candidly admitted, "The demands of being a movie star were overwhelming. I felt like I was losing myself in the process." In 1966, Novak married Richard Johnson, a British actor, in a ceremony that was kept relatively low-key. The couple's relationship was highly publicized, but they sought to keep their personal lives private. Their marriage, although short-lived, was a turning point for her. It was during this period that she began to seriously consider stepping away from Hollywood. Her desire for a more secluded life led her to purchase a ranch in Carmel, California. The ranch became her sanctuary, a place where she could reconnect with herself and pursue her passion for art without the distractions of fame. Her love for painting, which she had nurtured since childhood, provided a therapeutic escape from the pressures of Hollywood. She described this period in an interview with Vanity Fair as a time to heal and rediscover my true self. Novak's decision to leave Hollywood was also influenced by her increasing frustration with the roles offered to her. She had grown tired of being typecast and yearned for characters that challenged her as an actress. In an interview with The Guardian, she expressed her discontent, saying, "I wanted to be more than just a pretty face on the screen. I wanted to explore the depths of my talent." Her retreat was not a complete disappearance. Novak made occasional returns to the screen, choosing projects that intrigued her. One notable comeback was in the 1968 film The Legend of Lila Clare, directed by Robert Aldrich. The film, a dark drama about an actress haunted by the legacy of a deceased star, mirrored some of her own experiences in Hollywood. Although the film received mixed reviews, Novak's performance was praised for its intensity and depth. Unexpected comebacks. While Kim Novak had largely retreated from the limelight, her periodic returns to the screen and public appearances reminded the world of her enduring talent and charisma. These comebacks were selective and often unexpected, reflecting her desire to engage with her art on her own terms rather than under the relentless pressures of Hollywood. One notable return was in the 1980 film The Mirror Cracked, directed by Guy Hamilton and based on Agatha Christie's novel. Novak starred alongside screen legends Elizabeth Taylor and Angela Lansbury. Playing the role of Lola Brewster, a rival actress, she brought a blend of wit and sophistication to the character. The film allowed her to reconnect with the craft she loved without the pressures that once overshadowed her career. In 1991, she appeared in the television film Liebestraum, directed by Mike Figgis. She played a significant supporting role as Mrs. Anderson, a character shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The film's dark, atmospheric tone provided a fitting backdrop for her nuanced performance. Figgis, in an interview with the Los Angeles Times, expressed his admiration for Novak, noting that she brought an incredible depth to the role, with her experience and subtlety adding essential layers to the character. Throughout the years, Novak also made several notable public appearances that captivated audiences and rekindled interest in her life and career. One such moment was at the 2014 Academy Awards, where she was invited to present the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. Standing alongside Matthew McConaughey, Novak received a warm and enthusiastic reception from the audience. Her appearance was met with both admiration and controversy, largely due to her candid discussion about her use of cosmetic surgery. She addressed the criticism with grace, later telling People magazine, "I feel good about myself, and that's what matters." Her return to the public eye in these moments highlighted not only her enduring star power, but also her resilience and ability to navigate the complexities of fame on her own terms. These appearances reminded fans and industry insiders alike of her significant contributions to film and her enduring legacy. Novak's sporadic re-engagement with Hollywood also included interviews and retrospectives. She often participated in discussions about her classic films, sharing insights and behind-the-scenes stories that enriched the audience's understanding of her work. In a 2012 interview with Turner Classic Movies, TCM, Novak reflected on her career, saying, "I've had my ups and downs, but every role, every experience has shaped who I am. I'm grateful for it all." The life Kim Novak leads now. Today she lives a life far removed from the intense spotlight of Hollywood, choosing instead a tranquil existence that allows her to reflect on her remarkable journey and continue her passion for art. Her life in Oregon, where she resides with her husband Robert Malloy, is characterized by peace, creativity, and a connection to nature. Novak's ranch in the picturesque Rogue River Valley offers the perfect backdrop for her artistic pursuits. Here, she finds solace and inspiration in the natural surroundings, which have become a central theme in her artwork. Her love for animals and the outdoors is evident in her paintings, which often depict serene landscapes, horses, and other wildlife. Novak once described her ranch as a sanctuary where I can be myself and express my true feelings through my art. Her commitment to painting has not waned over the years. Novak continues to create and exhibit her work, with her pieces being featured in various galleries and art shows. Her art has been well received, with critics appreciating the emotional depth and unique style she brings to her canvases. Novak has made select public appearances to honor her contributions to the film industry and to connect with new generations of fans.